What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Fixing Stupid. Today I'm going to make it a special episode, and I'm going to tackle that viral video that went all over Facebook and YouTube about special privileges. Now, some people might have already seen this video, and for those who haven't, we're going to sit here and we're going to dissect it.
Line up! Everybody line up! We're about to race! Everybody line up! Shoulder to shoulder! Take off your backpacks! Basketball, line up! We're about to race! Hey, we are racing for a $100 bill. The winner of this race will take this. It's a $100 bill. Before I say go, I'm going to make a couple statements. If those statements apply to you, I want you to take 2 steps forward. If those statements don't...
I'm going to pause it here for a second. This is when he's talking about privilege. Now, you should understand privilege is a special right granted to a designated people or a person that other people don't have. So let's see what these privileges are here.
Don't apply to you. I want you to stay right where you're at. Take 2 steps forward if both of your parents are still married.
Okay. Now right there, you're looking at about a little over half. I would say close to 70%, 65% of the people take 2 steps forward here. Now we can't really see the racial makeup of those left behind from the aerial view here. The point is it a privilege to have both of your parents still married? Well, I wouldn't say it's a privilege, but it's definitely beneficial for the development during childhood and into adolescence. So, okay, I can understand his point he's trying to make there.
Take 2 steps forward if you grew up with a father figure in the home.
Okay. Now, see, I question this right here. See, this is filmed and directed with a specific point in view, and we'll come to that later. Now, that camera shot there, you just seen a collection of white people taking 2 giant leaps forward and instantly pans to a black person in a back row, you know, looking pretty sad and, you know, when am I going to take my 2 steps forward? But you got to look carefully here. In the background, blurry, but there's still a white guy there. So this is a racial thing here that they're making this video. This is identity politics. They're trying to show that black people are underprivileged to white people. And both of these have referenced, you know, are your parents still married? And is your father still in the home? Well, obviously, if your parents are married, your father's still in the home. So this is a double whammy here.
Take 2 steps forward if you had access to a private education.
Again,
Take
same
2 steps forward if you had access to a free tutor growing up.
Same thing. We've seen the aerial view here. There's probably 50 kids, but they're highlighting on 4 right now. But you see there's a white dude in the background, white dude in the background, there's the cameraman. I won't count him. So you notice where the cameraman is positioned right here, focusing on the black dude in the background. Now again, I don't like doing identity politics, but in this video, it's pretty clear if you know how to look for the bullshit here.
Take 2 steps forward if you've never had to worry about your cell phone being shut off.
Okay, here we go again. Another perfect pan into the black guy scratching his face, you know, wondering. See, he's starting to figure this out. He's being exploited right now, and he doesn't like it. Here's the thing. Never have to worry about your cell phone being shut off. Well, I know a lot of people in the ghettos right now in the inner cities. They all have cell phones. They've never had to worry about their cell phone being shut off. Thank you, Obama.
Take 2 steps forward if you've never had to help mom or dad with the bills. Take 2 steps forward if it wasn't because of your athletic ability. You don't have to pay for college.
Okay, now this is an interesting one. Take 2 steps forward if it wasn't for your athletic abilities that you don't have to pay for college. Now this is an issue I have because anyone knows it's much easier to get a scholarship, whether it's partial or full, if you're athletic. To get an academic scholarship, I have a daughter in college right now, and I'm going to tell you, she got a merit scholarship based on her grades, but it only covered maybe 25% of the total cost of her college. To get a full scholarship, this is what he's talking about, a full scholarship, you need to average at least a 3.5 GPA and get a perfect SAT or ACT score. That's very hard. I would not consider that a privilege to get a perfect ACT or SAT score and maintain a 3.5 or 4.0 GPA. Now, to get an athletic scholarship that provides you a full ride through college, again, that takes a lot of hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. So, I think these two things are a wash, but to focus only on the academic and not on athletic abilities is clearly divisive.
Take 2 steps forward if you never wondered where your next meal was going to come from.
Okay. Yeah.
I want you guys up here in the front just to turn around and look.
There you go. Now, this is interesting. I mean, you see a few black people here, but in the back row, now I don't know if these are bystanders or if they are at the original start point, but I see a lot of different people here. Mostly black. They're mostly black people. But why? Why is the cameraman isolating on the black people?
Every statement I've made.
Because there's your white dude right there. So, no, but let's not get him in the
has
shot.
nothing to do with anything any of you have done.
And what he says right there. Where you are has nothing to do with anything you've done. But yet you just referenced take 2 steps forward if you've gotten a scholarship for academic abilities. I'm pretty sure you have a lot to do with that.
Has nothing to do with decisions you've made.
Yeah.
Everything I have said has nothing to do with what you've done.
Except the
We all
academic
know these
scholarship.
people up here have a better opportunity to win this $100. Does that mean these people back here can't race? No. We would be foolish to not realize we've been given more opportunity. We don't want to recognize that we've been given a head start. But the reality is we have. Now,
okay, I gotta say this real quick. Again, there's your white dude in the back, followed by others. So this is about individualism here. This is my whole point of dissecting this. I'm fighting identity politics. Individuals lead different lives. They have different obstacles they have to overcome. And it doesn't matter if you're white, brown, black, yellow, male, female, or somewhere in the middle of that, or alien, I don't care. I'm talking about illegal aliens from Mexico or some other country. I'm talking about just aliens from outer space. Everybody has problems. So, it's just very frustrating. It's just very frustrating. So, I'm just going to play it. I'm just at a loss of words right now.
there's no excuse. They still got to run their race. You still got to run your race. But whoever wins this $100, I think it'd be extremely foolish of you not to utilize that and learn more about somebody else's story.
Now, I will give him credit there. Learn something else about somebody else's story. But at the same time, you should not feel guilty because you come from a house where both your parents are still married and your father's still in the house. You should not feel guilty that you worked hard and got a full ride scholarship from academics. You should not feel guilty for any of the things. You should not feel guilty for never having to help your parents pay a bill or feel like, where's my next meal going to come from? Or, oh my God, my cell phone might get turned off. You shouldn't feel guilty for these things.
Because the reality is, if this was a fair race and everybody was back on that line, I guarantee you some of these black dudes would smoke all of you.
Right there. Right there. And you notice every time I pause it says the race of life, white privilege. I did not title that. I got that off of YouTube. That somebody else titled that. I'm not sure. I don't think that was the original title of the video. But what he just said gives a little bit of, credibility to why whoever put this YouTube video up, they put in parentheses white privilege. Because right there he says, if everyone starts on the same starting line, the reality is, quote unquote, the reality is, I guarantee you some of those black dudes would smoke you. Okay. Last I checked, that's a pretty stereotypical racist thing to say. And that's why this all comes back around to identity politics. The camera panned and showed a bunch of white privileged kids moving forward. And then at the very end, he says if this was a fair race, the black people would win. That's just fucking racist.
And it's only because you have this big of a head start that you're possibly going to win this race called life.
Oh, the race called life.
That is a picture of life, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing you've done has put you in the league that you're in right now. When I say go, on your mark, get set, go.
All right. We've seen enough. Anyway, I hope you get the point. The message is don't be brainwashed by these videos that you see on the internet and Facebook and YouTube that go viral. Whenever it's talking about privilege and using race and breaking people down, you're being brainwashed and you're being programmed, and then you're going to say some dumb shit. So, if you want to learn more, subscribe, like, leave a comment, tell me how stupid you think I am, and I'll reply. We'll have a little fun with it. And, again, hope you enjoy the show. Thank you.